sorry ass DJ.
You can get some.
Many spend their days passively searching for something interesting to do. Others dig in and find it. While nothing is certain, anything is possible. And the anticipation leads you into action. Because it's here that adventures begin. Stories are unearthed. Secrets are revealed. Fortunes are found. Mysteries are solved. And the past is brought to life. Nothing valued is ever lost. It's simply waiting to be discovered. So here's the question. What are you looking for?
Metal detecting, simplified for newcomers. Exceptional stability in salt water. Waterproof up to 16 feet. Impressive depth and discrimination, similar to a high-end detector. All for an unbeatable price. Score, multi-frequency for all.
It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and he's back. It's the Big Detecting Show.
Yes, apologies last week. I was
no need to apologise. No need to apologise.
I said to you before the show, didn't I, Dave? I think 2007 was the last time I was like that, and that was a funeral where it was free bar when I got
And
home.
this
But
time there was no alcohol involved.
no, there wasn't. There was a quiche and a salad, but I don't think it was that.
It's Tom
it's a lot of
shouting in the
going on.
background. West
Oh,
Ham score.
Yeah, they're playing, aren't they? Their soccer game thing. Yeah, he's watching football. Tony Kaywood's come round, so
Don't let him up your loft, mate.
No, he's in the bath at the moment. He's not got out. The game's already started. But he's had to go to Co-op down the road because we haven't got talc, and he likes talc, so I had to get him some talc. Yeah, it's a lot of talc. But hope everyone's okay. And I just showed that. It doesn't look good, the green screen. But anyone who's watching the show, because that's actually green, it's been updated. It was a bit out of date, so it's got all the new coils and one of those things, extreme. But yeah, and it also explains about multi-frequency, which is a can of worms and new detectors. So beginner's guide to metal detecting. If you're new to the hobby, get it. If you're not, buy it for someone who does. greenlightpublishing.com. And that man, Julian Evan Hart, is in it. Him, that man.
Well, first bit of news, in a change to tonight's advertised guest, Steve hasn't opened any of his messages, so I think he's forgot. So it looks like just the two of us.
Unless he's been abducted.
In the sand. Could be. And the reason Steve was coming on tonight, we have random guests semi-regularly. Well, Steve is one of the guest speakers. The organisation he represents, I can't remember what it's called, but they organise awakening events, awakening conferences where they have all manner of speakers. One of your favourite guests, Mark Ollie, will be speaking there on the 17th, as will Steve and many other people. And Steve and me originally founded Phenomena magazine way back when, which is still running today in lots of different languages. I was sub-editor for 50 editions of the magazine, first 50. So we were going to talk bits and bobs, and we were going to cross over into metal detecting as well, because we can. But unfortunately, he doesn't seem to have got the email.
Which is a shame, because he's got 250,000 YouTube subscribers.
250,000.
Yeah. So
and rising quickly.
If you scan that, that'll take you to his YouTube channel. And if he's not on tonight, at least you can find out about him more and ask him some questions, because he knows everything. He's a very clever man. And he's got some amazing footage of things, yes. And the research. Because I follow him on YouTube, Dave, and the comments in his in the chat are like, oh my God, this is the best explanation of unidentified things I've ever heard. Right down to the colour that you see in the sky is potentially down to the type of metal of the object up there and stuff like that. So hopefully he does come on, but if he doesn't, we'll just waffle on. Although we could catch up. We've got a lot to talk about, because you received a certain metal detector this week, didn't you?
Last week, yes.
Last week.
I hinted at it on last week's show, but because you weren't here, Adrian, I didn't want to speak about it. Adrian, did you watch last week's show or listen to it? What a guest.
Yeah,
what a guest.
Lovely guy. Listen to it. It's good on the podcast.
And all the podcasts have been uploaded and will be coming out from tomorrow night, including Otis Arms. That will be the first one published tomorrow night on the Big Detective Show podcast, available at all your normal podcast providers. And then following that, Terry Reid, Batman, and last week's guest, Steve Tomlinson. So I've been a bit behind with a lot of things, and I'm actually the only thing the last thing I need to do to catch up is get these prizes sent out. Yes, we know you're still waiting, but I've had a bit of a financial crisis, which I'm over now, and I just need to get them to the
because it costs us money to post these things out.
So, and like you said on the show last week, we're not a business, we're not a charity, we don't make any money.
Yes, I had a little rant last week, and because of which you threatened via Shane that you weren't going to do Hadrian's Wall anymore.
Well, I haven't got it ready tonight because I thought we were going to be listening to Steve Mera.
But you considered that you weren't going to do it anymore, didn't you, because of conflict?
Yeah. What's the point of doing something for fun when someone can't take a joke? But...
So all you people in the chat who like Adrian's Wall and like the segment, if you can shout at Adrian now and tell him that it's staying, and he will reconsider his options, won't you, Adrian?
Yeah, it's funny because I've got a really good. Not last week, the week before was the cufflink. I think that was a really good one. That took quite a bit to get sorted.
Tell it well, Adrian's Wall.
If we don't do my wall, it'll be Hadrian's Wall, which is not very exciting.
Or Dave's Digs.
That would be quite interesting.
Look, everyone's saying.
I think we're keeping it. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, Nick West, I know you're still waiting for a date, but he's been poorly, so I'm waiting for him to. I've given him a date, and I'm waiting for him to say if his housing manager's okay with that date.
I think I messaged you back about that date, but we'll talk about it.
You said that to the housing manager.
I came back to you.
No.
Oh, we'll talk about it after the show. Okay. Adrian put his phone number up, and we'll all call him. I don't have a mobile phone, I'm afraid.
You can all fax him.
You can fax me, or you can go to bigdetectingshow.com and leave us a voice message. You can actually do it now if you've got a question.
Right.
You don't have to.
Go on to SpeakPipe. It's not SpeakPipe. Go on to the bigdetectingshow.com, contact us, and tell Adrian on there to keep it. Tell him. Do it. Save the wall, says Will Way.
Save the wall. All in all, it's another brick in the wall. Yeah,
I want an Adrian Wall t-shirt.
Oh, that's quite good. There's a bit on there where Dave's going like that with a mobile phone or a fax machine, and it says leave a message, and you don't have to put your email address or anything. It just sends it to us via cassette.
Just like a voicemail.
Thing. Talking to bigdetectingshow.com website, all the podcasts are on there, and also all the YouTube things. They're all linked via the interwebs. So if you want to listen to the podcast and you don't know how to do spotty tunes or i-fi or whatever they are, you can find it on there. So 2 weeks ago, you received something. I've got it here. The only reason I've got it here is because I just said to you, Dave, I just wrote 5,700 words on this machine. Not these so much, because I've got a few issues with these.
Have you? I think they're fantastic.
Well, this little monkey.
That little monkey over there, I can't be asked reaching for it.
Yeah.
Is the MindLab Manticore.
Yes. Now, considering it's a very expensive machine and you're not the best with technology, you've found stuff with it, haven't you?
Michael Gardner said, I've based my child's life around Adrian's Wall. It must stay.
His child's life?
Stephen Brain wants the music as his ringtone on his phone.
Oh, yeah, because it is good, actually. Yeah, it is. I said to Dave, I wanted something that was a cross between Carry On Camping and...
I can't even remember how it goes.
Generation Game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get that myself, actually.
Maybe we could do it. I think it's free for music. It's not.
Oh, I think you should actually put that on the website. Download the Adrian's Wall theme tune here. MP3.
Actually, yeah, I think we will do it. Actually, yeah, and it does. It reminds me of Carry On films. I've always wanted to do a Carry On detecting. So if there's any producers out there, because that could link into the naked detecting area at Rodney.
I don't want to be Bernard Breslau. I want to be Sid James. I'm definitely not. You could be Charles Hawtrey or Kenneth Williams.
No, I want to be that bloke who goes. It's very PC, but it would bode well. It's like the detectorists, but a carry-on detectorist kind of thing, which some rallies do. Sort of, we've seen incidents, haven't we, Dave? Pavlov?
Will Way asks, how does one cast one's pods? Sorry, I was trying to understand it. So basically, I take the show, rip the MP3 from the show, and upload it onto Spreaker, which is our host, and Spreaker disseminates it to Spotify, iTunes, and it also goes onto the YouTube channel as well as a audio only. So there you go.
You have to pay, don't you, for a license to do it, don't you, or share it?
No, I have to pay for the Spreaker for the use of Spreaker because it's got 189 episodes on there plus a load of audio books and stuff as well, historical audio books.
Tez has put a nice comment in the chat. I actually did receive that at Detectable this year. Mr. Dave woke me up naked from the waist down, about a foot from.
I wasn't naked from the waist down. I was fully naked.
Yes, frightened the absolute life out of me.
Yeah, but you were crying. You were howling for hours.
Yeah, I don't think I've had one of the best nights, memorable night. Not just because for you, but son slept with me. Slept with me? That's wrong.
Easy.
Slept in the same tent.
Not just that, it's the time that we had at the teapot with him as well. He went to a rave with you down the front and then down to chill out zone down the back.
Yeah, it was good. It was very good. Yeah. We haven't heard anything about Detectable yet, have we?
We haven't heard from Tom since either.
My Tom? Or
I'm joking. No, we haven't.
No. Jim Panting, thanks for the info on Messenger, Adrian. That's all right, Jim. I went on Messenger.
Adrian. It's not Jim Panting.
Jim Painting. I went on Messenger today, first time for like 2 weeks because I turned it off. Oh, we got a voice message.
Share it.
Tell me if you can hear it. I don't know if...
No, you have to share the screen, don't you?
Did you hear that?
No, you have to share the screen still.
Oh, how do I do that? Well, I know how to do it.
Present.
I've got a new computer, and I don't know.
Artie says Raymond Hill often appears in mine, and Steve's tent naked.
Right, what's going on here? What is going on here?
Have you presented it? You're supposed to be a technical genius.
Yeah, but I've got an Apple, and I had Apple years ago. Right. Just chat among yourselves.
Words. La 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 la. Yes, I 2 weekends on the run up in Mera with Shane. Where did we go the first time? Can't even remember where we went the first time. Where was that? Oh, I know where we went. We went to this field, which we've had stuff off before multiple times. That was with the Equinox, and Ricardo, me, and Steve, and Shane it was constantly pulling things out of the ground, and we were losing 2 to 3 inches because of the grass on there as well. But that was most enjoyable. And he's gone. Thanks, Adrian. It was a really interesting conversation. Yeah, I do this to him all the time. So, yeah, the Manticore, I took the plunge for the reason that I wanted to test myself, get out of my comfort zone and do something that I've never done before and learn a machine from the ground up. Because normally I'll go, Shane, and Shane will come along, use the machine, put his settings in, and I'll just carry on from there. Instead, I wanted to go from the ground up without relying on everybody and learn something. And Adrian's just disappeared off the face of the earth. Oh, he's back. There he is.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong...
I was just saying I got the Manticore, Adrian, because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone and do something from the ground. learn it myself without relying on YouTube videos.
Yes, because I did say that. I've got the thing recording now. Yeah.
And when you said it, you know, it has stuck in my mind, and I thought, you know, I do really need to do this. So I've took the plunge, Manticore wise, and I'm pretty gobsmacked, really. At it currently.
Yeah. It's. I won't. Like I said, I've had it for just over a year, and it had its problems when I first got it, the Manticore, and it still had a few things that have confused me. But since they did the update, there's the host of features, and the Ferris playing with that, the tones, everything is quick about it. It's just so quick. Turning it on is quick. Everything,
It is.
and it's like your weekend sports car. If you just want to poodle down the lanes, get from A to B, you can, and it'll do fine. But if you want to open it up, if you want to like decat it and lower it and put nitrous on it, it's got the availability to do it. A lot more than like the Equinox or anything. So,
well, I'm way far from there at the moment. I mean, we went out. Shane actually found a gold coin and a hammered coin last Saturday. We weren't supposed to be going out at all. He's like, I need to go back there. You come in tomorrow? I said, yeah, go on then. So we went back, and I was just sweeping up the smallest fragment of silver to, well, I've got an array of things here. Spindle wheels.
Show us, make it big, Dave. Make it big.
I hate doing this. So
Yeah,
the other thing I wanted to do as well, I thought to myself, I've spoke to Crawford's, and I said, would you be interested in me doing like a blog to a degree? Now, this is easy. Talking to you is easy. Talking to guests is easy. But doing a video myself, I can't do it, Adrian. I absolutely despise it. So I wanted to get out of my comfort zone there as well. So would you be interested in a blog, some halfwit, talking about his experience his journey going from the Equinox to the Manticore. And they were very happy for that. That's what I'm going to do. I've done a couple of videos. I have absolutely shocking at it. Friday night last week, I was trying to do a video. Done it once, didn't record. Done it twice, didn't record. And I'd spoke for 15 minutes both times. Done it the third time, and it recorded. Done the bits in the field the other day, and then I was doing a sort of review of what I thought first time out. 23 minutes, and it's got no sound.
Yeah,
So
hello,
it's been a
Andrew
nightmare.
T from Canada. Andrew T from Canada. Hello,
Hi, Andrew T from Canada. Fleeting
Yes.
glimpse. Is it more confusing than the old 71? I did struggle massively Alta 71, but it was just like an Equinox, basically, with some nice pictures.
It's easy. I'd say it's the best interface.
Sorry.
That's right.
One of them, like a rabbit in net weight. Spindly whirl thing. Loads of little lead bullets. If you can see this, a Gothic Queen Victoria shilling. It's there anyway. It's very pretty. Spoons, loads of bullets with the little hurdy-gurdies around them. Buttons, field weights, medieval. And then I'm walking along and get a signal. I had to ring Adrian. Sadly, Adrian was a little bit busy. And hello. What did I find, Adrian?
Just a bit of iron.
A Roman fibula. And then a Roman coin. I think it's a Roman coin because it looks like it's got a boar on it. Not sure. And then I found this, which Graham Dempsey has identified as off a medieval saddlebag.
Saddler.
Egg?
Saddler's saddlebag.
Nyoing, nyoing. And then I found a hammered coin. It's not great to be able to see. Why is that one in there?
Is this a new permission, Dave, or an old one?
No, it's an old permission, but it was ploughed about a year ago. And everybody whenever Shane goes with anybody, we go on the lower field because it just keeps bringing loads up. But we've not been on the upper field. And then he went on the upper field, and it's just mesmerising. Little hammered. Think it's a Henry III penny, I think. That was my brother who identified that.
Fee Cooley said, Dave, are they things you reckon you would have found with the knocks?
I don't know. Because the field was that active, then it would probably be more than likely. However, I couldn't tell you because I wasn't using the knocks. I was using the Manticore. So it did, this 2D imaging system that it's got on it, it blew me away. I was trying not to look at it, Adrian, for obvious reasons, because I wanted to start at the ground up. The only thing I used settings I changed was the sensitivity. And I went from, it's set in 2 tones and I went on to 5 tones. So it's got Adrian's going to show you now.
What am I going to show you?
The 2D imaging system.
Oh, gosh.
So at the bottom of that screen there, you've got you've got a dark line. You've got a different setting to me there. And where Adrian's showing you is a line through the middle, and you can see when he does that, there's
That's my ring. Gold ring,
easy chat. There's a black splodge coming into it. Now, that black splodge actually told me so much information, as you can see now. The black splodge, I think I'm right in saying, more or less suggests that it's worth digging. However, what's that? Where's that? Stop doing things I've never seen. What's that doing?
Well, one thing you have got on here, Dave, is a thing called hotkeys, right? So you can change what the keys do. So if you want to quickly, actually, I have to set this up for hotkeys, haven't I? Yeah, I have. If there's shortcuts, so let's say sensitivity boost. Do you know about that? Where's he gone? Are you there? Oh, sensitivity boost. No, see, this is where
you're saying words now, aren't you?
So let's say you get a target. Let's say you're in a field. The maximum sensitivity you can run is 22, 23 because it's a bit trashy, alkali, whatever. So you're on 22, 23, and you get a target, and it's a bit like that, and you think, oh, what is this? You can assign that key there to quickly boost the sensitivity, and then it will pick up the target before you pinpoint it a lot clearer, and also potentially give you a better 2D graph display. And then you can press it again, dig your hole, and then turn it off with one button, just one switch. There's loads of things you can configure on there. But this is what I was saying. It's like a sports car you can have fun in, but then if you really want to tune it up and have a play, you can. But what you did say, the only thing I don't like is the off button on the side there. I don't like it. No, it does me because you have to. What I would say
while I'm here and I see his name, congratulations to Teddy Reid on his 3 gold status. Two one day, one the next day.
What's that with?
Garrett's Apex, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah,
there you go.
Apex.
There you go.
So that just shows you it doesn't matter what the machine is, you go over it to find it. So, but honestly, It was just mental. That graph, as I say, that graph told me so much. I went over a target and I knew it wasn't anything of consequence, but it came up on that graph, like a large squared letter C. So I thought, I'm digging that because I want to learn about this 2D imaging system. Lo and behold, it was a bloody square C-shaped bracket.
It's not 100%, and I think I said to you, did I say it earlier or before the show? If you're in heavy alkali soil or heavy, detectable 2 or 3 years ago, there's a lot of iron in the soil, and it was very like magnetic, and it does affect how that does. And you going into the ferrous settings, you can adjust that so that it's more accurate. But it can go a bit like a meteor stream if dependent on the soil.
I like that. I like that tells a story in itself on that digital display where you got the black dot and then you got a meteor tail coming out of it, because it's a telling story, that, isn't it?
But the thing is as well, it's still the tones for me. Still the tones. Yeah. I mean, I look at the screen. You over time you will learn and look, and there are some, especially at the lower end, there are some target. Well, Gold Stater I found. I won't explain how I found that, but I had the Equinox, Roots Versa, Legend. I think I had the Nox 800 and the Deus 2, and they all struggled because of a certain condition. And the Manticore basically opened up and found it. So, whereas I wouldn't have potentially dug it. So,
what signal was that giving for the stator? Was that low?
I think it was 40, 39, I think. Full gold stator.
That's not low, really, is it? I mean, most of the targets I was getting were Moo tubes were like in that sort of range.
But fine fragments of jewellery, like stud earring, gold, still gold, on the beach, 6 inches down, probably come up 5.
Yeah.
You just got to dig it, but it sounds good, and this is the thing. Yeah. But whilst we're talking of finds, I showed this probably about 3 months ago, and I'm still struggling. I think it's a gaming piece, but I'm interested in if anyone knows what it is. It's lead. Perfectly. Look, it's got.
Is there the same mark on each side?
Well, that's sort of reverse threes. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think they've been drinking when they've done the first one on that. But yeah, it's. I think it is a gaming piece, but I've got to take it to the flow. I don't go to the flow every month. I go
every flow.
Yeah. But yeah, Philip Wills, he's watching tonight. What do you reckon, Philip? No free people to this one. He is.
I haven't said a game piece.
I think it is, isn't it? It's just quite sort of, it's blinking heavy. That was found with the Manticore, actually. That was one of the first trips, third trip out on the Manticore, that was.
Will Way says all machines will find targets long you walk over them. To many inexperienced people getting brain tubed into buying top-notch machines. I've not been brain tubed. I've acquired the machine.
Yeah, I don't think he's talking to you.
No. I'm saying that I've got this machine as part of a journey, because if we look at the Minelab range, I started with the Xterra 705, went up to the E-Track, proper wrecked me head, the E-Track, couldn't get me head around that at all. Eventually went back to the Xterra 705, which at that point was, it was doing me head in because it was just too slow a machine. The Vanquish 540, the Equinox 800. So the only way to go from there, because I'm sure the 9 and the 7 are exactly the same, more or less. So the only way to go for me as part of the Minelab journey was to the Manticore. And I'm not saying it's the best machine I've ever used. I still say the first Xterra 705 is my favourite one. But there's a lot to learn. And this journey with the Manticore, I can see it being a long one because I don't use, like Adrian is a field tester for Treasure Hunter magazine, world's greatest field tester.
Thanks.
So you use a lot of different machines, but I don't want to use a lot of different machines at the moment. I want to learn one. That's my thing this year. Learn this machine, study it, stick with it, and not listen to other people.
Yeah, I think it's weird, isn't it? Because like cars, I can get in any car, van, anything motorized, just get in, find the clutch, drive it, and potentially open it up a bit. And it just like, and I find that with detectors. But alongside the Manticore, I have been using the Routers Versa this year a lot, and the Legend a lot, and the Deus 2 a lot. And I thought about this the other week. I think I might write an article in Treasure Hunting magazine about it because we all go out detecting, like you know, you've got your Knox and your Deus boys, and they've had the machines for like a long time. And they go out, they know the machines inside out and detect and have a lovely day and find stuff. I can remember when I went out of the Manticore, I didn't change it from the general settings, and I didn't even turn the iron on. I just left it out the box, and I was finding stuff. But I kept James, who was with me, what did he have then? I can't remember what he had.
CTX 3030.
Oh, CTX 3030, and he's pulling stuff up left, right, and centre.
I just say something right then, get it right. Good Lord.
You did. But yeah, but you sort of think, I've got to be honest with this, and I am when I.
Dave Mildred says it's the biggest type detector going. It ain't all that. David, that's your opinion, and you're more than able to have your own opinion. Other people have got their own opinion on different things.
Yeah,
Dominic Tomczyk, he's had the Simplex for ages, and he's quite happy with it.
Yeah, good.
Terry Reid,
the
little Garrett Apex, he's well happy with that. He found 3 stators last week. Why wouldn't he be?
David, have you used a Manticore, or have you got one, or did you have one?
Yeah, I've got one here.
No, not you, David Mildred.
Yeah, but you said David, so.
Oh, sorry. The one thing that you've got to look into with the Manticore is there's 2 batteries in it, and the battery life isn't great.
No,
but there's a reason behind that, because it's got one hell of a processor in there.
And a silver skeet as I got as well.
When you turn it on, I think it comes on in about 2-3 seconds. And it's blinking fast. But the Routers Versa, that's another machine. All these machines I was putting up against Manticore, and at certain points there was, most of the time there wasn't a lot in it, but there's certain times where the Manticore excels, but that's probably 10% of targets you dig. But the Routers Versa, the Legend, the Deus 2, which is one of my favourite machines. I love Deus. I do like Deus. And to be honest, for me, the tones from a Deus, I prefer to Minelab tones. I just find them a bit fluffy, but I have to go in and play with the tones on the Manticore.
James Barnes says he's got the Routers bug. He's acquired an Atrex this week.
Good, James. Only thing I would say is a bit of a nightmare. I field tested that in autumn, winter, and it was great, fine. However, when the summer came, the screen isn't great. But I think if you talk to Detecnics, they can change some capacitor or diode or something that brightens the screen up. But yeah,
Dominic Tomczyk, if he decides he'll be getting the Routers Versa.
Yeah, I mean, it's compact. It's lightweight. It's waterproof. And again, the navigation's really good on it. And I love the Lotus. Lotus? I suppose it is like a Lotus Routers, because they're not that popular and they're well made, but they're Polish. But the tones on the Routers I really, really like. The Versa and the Atrex. I like the screen on the Atrex.
But you still love your Alta 71 as well?
Yeah, took that out end of last year. Actually, reminded me, I left the batteries in. I've got to take them out. I don't want to end up with full stuff. But yeah, the Alta 71 for me has found more gold and things than anything else.
Stephen Law says the tones on the score are very similar to the Mind Lab now. Also, a lot of an opinion on machines never actually owned or ever tried or used. Stephen Braham said, I just thought I would mention I am meeting the family of the soldier whose medal he found on Remember the Sunday on Saturday to present it to him. Brian at Monarch made me a beautiful mount. Fantastic thing to do, Stephen, and well done, Brian at Monarch.
Yeah.
Makes fantastic things.
I think Brian's good Sir Thompson's a robot or android because he's just constantly developing new products and stuff.
And very interesting point. Will Way asked Adrian, when did Lotus become Polish?
No, well, I think they're Indian now, aren't they, or American? But no, it's like you've got Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti, and all that big brands, and Lotus is like a bit of an underdog. I in trouble, but they are
Blake
great.
Snake Raps. He says, I'm trying to get the Manticore, but Tez is trying to get me into the Garrett Apex.
Slight difference in cost. See, the Apex, that's one of my favourite screens. We talk about the Manticore navigation and display, but the Apex, I love that screen, even though I did put a blinking grey scratch down it the first day I had it. Actually, I think it was James. And to be fair, when I had the Apex, I had three, because I had me and Digger Dawn got one of the first ones. Dawn's was all right, but mine, I had coil problems, and Regton's were absolutely on it. I phoned them up and they told me to do certain tests with a wet sponge around the coil, some very technical things, and it just kept playing up. So they sent me a new coil, that played up, sent me another coil, and by the time I'd got that one, I only got probably about a month out of it. But yeah, I forget about the Garrett Apex. Talking of Garrett, do you reckon, because this year I think it's their 60th anniversary or 50th, do you reckon they're going to launch a big machine? I reckon they are.
Something's coming. I feel there's little hints and tips here and there about machines. So I've just had some things sent to me by...
Oh, I've got the voice thing.
Sean Marshall. So let me just show you.
Sean. You know Sean.
Do I?
You know who Sean is?
Well, I'm friends on Facebook, but I don't know what day it is.
When we were at Detectival, do you remember that boy said to my son, are you Tom? And
oh, yeah. He works with your daughter.
Yeah, I think he does still. That's nice, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, I've got what machine. You got Deus 1, I think, Sean, haven't you? He's not in the chat. Nice.
Tell Tom, shut up.
Look at that. Look at the
messaging.
I'll tell you what, Sean, you want to wash your hands, mate? Looks like he's got gangrene. Look at that. What a beast. Imagine the signal that gave off. I found one very similar. Can't see quite from here.
Thanks for sending them, Sean.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. I hope you're doing well, mate. He's going to come detective with me when times. I've got another permission, Dave.
Have you really?
Yes. But I won't. So, shall I show the... Oh.
I'm just messaging your son. Shut up.
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
Digger Dawn says that there's a new machine in the pipeline from...
Thank you, Dawn.
Well, it's not the Andy T said that.
Hang on, I've got to do something to share. Oh, that's all right, I've got it. Oh, God.
Tony, come on, get out.
Yes. Get out.
Oh, right.
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
You phoning him?
Yeah.
He won't answer. Right, I will now share. Oh.
It's not even connecting. Penalty.
Sorry, can you hear all this?
Oh, yeah.
And the door's shut.
It's beeping. It won't connect.
No, he's probably turned it off. He does when he's watching the soccer. So shall I play a voice message that we received for the show?
Please do.
Tell me you can hear it all because I can't see the screen when I do it. Can you hear this? Ready?
Yeah.
Adrian's wall has got to stay. Do not want to see it gone. Ooh, yes.
There you go. It's got to
Has
stay.
got to stay.
Stop. Thank you. Thank you, T-Bone.
Come on.
Right.
Get him on. Telling Adrian.
Yeah. We will. Thank you. And I think I will put the music on the website for those to have as a ringtone because
I think you also need to put a disclaimer on the advert as well to say no prizes of £10,000 exist during this segment.
Oh no, because we can really afford that, can't we?
Can't even afford
Yes.
to send fucking packages. Never mind.
I know that poor old Dave can't afford to send the post. Apparently, the camo Apex finds more than the standard yellow one. A Duck Dynasty guy. Yeah. Adrian, whose fingers crossed. Yes, I did actually. Philip Wills. He must be a solicitor, Philip Wills, as well as DIY magician and master of everything. I did have my fingers crossed, Philip.
We just call him Font. Philip Font Wills.
Yeah, yeah. Philip, have you used that Profind 40 yet that you won on Adrian's wall? You won a Profind 40 on Adrian's wall. Have you got one? Oh, you've got one now, haven't you?
Yes, but I've got it, and I'm like, I love the knock to the acupoint. Why do I want to? West Ham have scored.
Sorry, did you hear the
tell his
swearing?
language? He's swearing.
Oh, can you really? Oh, God.
Bell end.
I wouldn't mind, but it's freezing in here. Tony Kaywood's out back smoking his pipe in my wife's dressing gown.
What's that?
With the back. What?
You just had some thumbs up come up on your screen. You just had some emojis come up to the left of your head that are thumbs ups.
How?
No, did anybody else see the thumbs up on Adrian's screen?
What?
It's like, bubbles, like in comics for your thinking. It went
What?
bubble, 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 like that.
What? When I mentioned it's freezing cold, Andy Kerridge saw it. I'm getting scared now. Oh, that can't happen because it's a green screen.
It
There's
must have pressed the button.
I didn't touch anything.
Stupid Apple products.
Sorry. Yeah, so Tony Kaywood come downstairs from a shower. Apparently my wife had to go up there with a Hoover because there is talc everywhere. And he's come downstairs in a dressing gown. He's out the back on the decking, left the back door wide open, and he's got like Sherlock Holmes pipe. He's been smoking it for about 40 minutes. He's not
Talking
even
of
watching the
pipes.
football.
How jealous
Yes,
you're of
talk
my
of-
lad's collection.
Show us. You got them on you?
Give me a minute and I'll get it up, yeah. I'll have to send it to talk amongst yourselves, Adrian. What's my name?
David Evans. I like the new Mine Lab points. I've been using it a few months now. Ah, yeah. Well, I had one, and then I had another one, which we gave away on the show, kindly for. Oh gosh, what's the prize draw thing, Dave?
Lockdown competitions.
Lockdown competitions. I tell you what, don't do the lottery because you never win it. Go on lockdown competitions. I've won more on that than I have on any competition ever in my life.
I
Two or
can't go
three
on it now,
tickets.
Adrian.
Why?
Well, I've got a Manticore, so there's nothing left to win.
There is. There's the Deus 2.
I'm
There's
joking.
the Spade. Oh,
Joking.
lockdown competitions. Me and Dave enter. Well, I do weekly or every other week, and all the prizes we give away, like not metal detectors, but things like pinpointers, we win, and we chuck in and donate, and Philip Wills won it. But the Profine 40 was all right, and then I got the blinking Nocta one, and I've got an MI6 as well.
Can you see
Adrian, camera on your Apple recognises gestures.
Oh, he's done it again. It's witchcraft.
How the hell's that? What?
No, it's all going off. Why won't that show? Can you see the picture?
What is going? Sorry. Why is it letting fireworks off when I do that? So if I wave, does it do anything then? I've got something on there.
Do
What?
Indian, do how, Indian, how? How?
How? Ba 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 ba. How? What about if I pray? Is it anyone I do?
Do peace or something? Peace. All the way around.
No, because that will get me thrown off.
Oh! Clap, clap, clap. He's like a tard now, mate.
Thanks, Dominic.
I've put the picture
I can't see
on.
anything.
I know it's not coming on. Let me try somewhere else. I have to do it the other way. I downloaded the picture for that. It's somehow not working. Good face.
Sorry. Oh, well, that was worth it just for that. The computer upgrade.
It's not very good. You can't see it as good now, but I downloaded it so I could increase it. But you've got his lighters, his pocket watches, and then all his pipes. That Sherlock Holmes pipe there, it's still got tobacco in it.
What's the Teddy?
It's a Teddy.
Oh, and the can of Pepsi.
That's his
That's
kind of
enough.
Pepsi. See, the Cub uniform, that's vintage because it was my Cub stuff. He wanted that. The microscope on the right, Graham Dempsey gave him. He wanted that in there for a look at doing his coins and that. The Teddy's old. All the pocket watches collected and lighters, obviously, and all the top shelf. He was going to car boot sales when he was about 5, buying tat for dead cheap, little figurines. So they're all his figurines that he bought from car boot. I've got to can't screw him in. He's got absolutely some. We went to Lady Hayes, which is in Frodsham in Cheshire, the other day. It's got all antiques places in there. We went in there and there was 3 pipes in this particular unit. And it was like £7, £7 and £5. So he's like, I ain't got enough. Went, go and say to the woman, I'll give you £15 for the 3. So he went, it would have been 19 quid, wouldn't it? So he went up and he went, we accept £15 for the 3. So she phones up. She said, yeah, that's fine. So he's haggling now as well.
What, can you sell pipes to a child under the age?
Is that? Do a rabbit. And your teeth. I just wanted to make you look foolish.
I can't.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Philip.
Do a love art. Do a love art.
You get it all on here.
What are we talking
Detective
about?
show. Massive effects. Oh dear. Do you know what? This isn't too dissimilar to a Saturday morning in the early 80s, standing outside Dixon's when they had the video camera filming people in the street on a television screen. Me and my mates would sit there with a bag of chips going, you know, and that, we're getting some messages now. We might have had another voice message.
Nick West said, Adrian, don't get the aubergine out.
No. Philip Wills has messaged.
He sent a link on the Big Detecting Show website. Scroll down.
Thank you, Philip.
Oh, Adrian, I've got a video that was pointed out to me by Graham Dempsey. Would you like to watch it?
Yeah, please. Oh, my gosh.
Are you ready?
I want to make a metal detector. We Google. What? He just made some gadgets to stab metal? They stick some nail or screw into the wood, wire it to a light, say this one. Then I suppose power it with 120 volts. We plug it in, we stab soil with it, and if you're lucky enough to stab a piece of metal, there is just some debris. Okay, now if you touch a metal with these spikes, it shorts between the contacts like a switch, turning the light on. With this rubbish, you only get to search a very small area every time you stab. At least they are smart enough to use a battery. Absolutely useless. Searching 1 inch at a time. Imagine someone uses this to find a landmine.
I've seen him before. Yeah, he learnt a lot off me, that bloke. Do you know what? Tony Kaywood's come in from the garden in my wife's dressing gown. He was rummaging around under the kitchen sink. He's gone back upstairs, and do you know what he's done? He's put all candles round the bath and got back in the bath with his Reuters Versa.
It's waterproof. Will Way said, Adrian, I'm screenshotting these all, so prepare for a Photoshop onslaught.
Oh, that's all right. I like that. I think...
Stephen Law says to watch that bloke's bum warmer video.
Bum warmer? Bum warmer? Bum warmer?
It's not using the same piece of wood and nails, is it?
I used to watch him on YouTube. I presume he's on TikTok now. So... yeah, he is funny. He is funny. It's gone quiet in the lounge, so I'm not sure if West Ham have won. Yeah. Nick Berry, hello, Nick. Have I missed anything juicy? I think you have, mate. Nick, sending plenty of to you. Nick Berry is one of the nicest men because he does look like a woman, people I've ever met. And I'm still doing that, Nick, that trick you taught me with the matchstick in the Chinese or Indian. Yeah, do you remember that Indian, Dave? That man who kept giving me a back. Well, you weren't there. You weren't invited because you don't really do much. But, how have you pulled that up so quick? Have you found that so quick?
I also like this one as well.
Have you got Gary Cook?
I've got this one.
Show it again. Poor old TC, Tony. I love him. I agree, Philip. The disturbing things he has to hand.
I've got a folder in the show green room, and they're all in there. So we've got an escaped bird up there or something.
No, I just saw something and found that, which is detectable. I never put my phone. I'm just blinking. See the dust on that? I just found that.
What is it?
It could be the Indian sixpence I found in a field in Essex. Don't think it is. No, it's just 1873 sixpence. Bit worn. But yeah, I got these. Anyone who's got these, they're great, but they go a bit milky. And you have to put like.
Have you seen them when you
that on.
put like a Matchbox car in them?
Yeah, I don't have Matchbox cars though, not anymore. Maybe I could put Hot Wheels in them. They are very good because they float your coin and you can do stuff like that. But they go a bit milky. But see, I just saw that up there. I don't know. Does anyone want to win that? My wife gets so cross with me. I've got patches and things everywhere for things. I've got loads of detectable from last year patches. Do you remember Pete Terrell and his lovely lady,
Helen.
Her name? Helen? She gave us a load. But hopefully we'll hear from about detectable soon because that was good last year. It had a really nice vibe. Nothing against old detectables because they were really good as well. They're always good detectables, aren't they? So very good social events. And when Mark and Karen were running it, that was lovely. Thank you, Dark Knight detectorist Helen Chamberlain, who we kindly shared a tent right next door to. So apologies, Helen. But it was fun and lovely woman.
Not sure why I filmed this. I should have run from the start. Hull full of wasps. And that's me sprinting down the hill. And here's one of the psychotic little beasties attacking me again. Ended up with 5 or 6 wasp stings for my trouble.
Sprinting down the hill.
Yeah, but anyone who detects in like really tight denim shorts without a top and espadrilles, he's going to get covered, isn't he?
And he broke his wrist doing that.
That's what I like about that. I love that. It's like the way he skids on it afterwards, like you did in the playground at school.
Nick,
but yes.
you can have as many as you want. I'll sort you, no problem.
Yes, we'll be at Detectable and Rodney Cook this year, won't we, Dave? And potentially other rallies.
And I have received some tickets in the post. I've been invited to go to Scotland, me and Adrian, to Detector Mania.
Oh my gosh, when's that?
That is in, I think it's about 2 weeks after Detectable.
I'm on holiday.
Oh,
sorry. I go on holiday about then. Sorry. Yeah. Do you know? This year I can't wait because we got all the rallies. Sorry, and I'm going on holiday after all of them. So I'm having all the fun and relaxing. I'm a bit excited about it. So sorry, it's my own personal thing. Just get excited. Metal detecting and holidays. There is also the Cambridge rally, which is is it the 19th to the 22nd, Dave?
Yeah, I think it's the same weekend as Detector Mania.
Yeah. So
and I'll be honest, I've absolutely no idea who the organisers are of that event. Called History Finders UK or something, isn't it?
Yeah, Cambridge is prolific finds. Really, really good. So that I don't know much about it. Someone emailed me. Talking of email, our guest for next week.
Let me just change that background because his loins are sort of like, I keep looking at them. No, we don't want that one.
Yeah. Festival of Detect. Oh, is that what it's called? Has it got a site of webs?
It has got a set. I'm sure it's.
So the problem is a lot of these.
Digging History UK, is that it?
Well, it's festival. A lot of these have things, and it's all set up on Facebook. But like me,
Yeah, it's Digging History UK. That's the Facebook group, and it's the Festival of History Rally, 19th to the 22nd of September. Email events at events-dhuk@hotmail.com.
was a motorsport Oh no, Google kills it because it goes all about rally driving, historic rally driving. But Jim Painting,
4 days of detecting that as well. Actually,
Yeah.
for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I wouldn't. Well, I don't know the event organisers, but in that area, there's definitely going to be some good finds come up.
If anybody does know the rally organisers and you think they'd like to come on the show, come and give me a shout, and get them to give me a shout, and we will get them on the show to talk.
Jim Painting, Rodney Cook tickets. When do they go on sale? Very good question, Jim. And if you haven't been, I don't think you have. You should go because you're putting money into charity and also having a cracking fun time. We've had some emails come through to Rodney Cook because obviously I get involved with it. But do you know what? I had somebody from France email in French, and I had to go to Google and translate it, and made a big mistake of going back in French, thinking I'm clever, and he came back with a paragraph that long in French, so I had to translate it. But anyway, they will be announced when they're going to go on sale soon. The best thing to do is subscribe to Rodney Cook Memorial Facebook page, or regularly look at rodneycookmemorial.co.uk website. If you purchased tickets last year for any event, whether it's the No Frills Weekender, the one dayer, or the main event, you will receive an email informing you a week before the tickets go on sale. And I think year before last, they sold out in 10 hours. Last year, they sold out in 5. This year, they'll probably sell out in 2 hours.
2.5.
Yeah. So
my daughter's forwarded me a proper picture of his pipes.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that one's interesting.
Which one?
The first one.
She sent me that one as well, actually. Hold on.
Wow. Do you think he might take up pipe smoking, though?
I hope so.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't have a problem with that. It's better. It's more trendy than cigarettes, isn't it? Oh, they're good pictures your daughters took.
No, I don't know who took them.
The one at the far right.
That one.
Because I used to... No, yeah, that looks really interesting.
Doesn't it?
It looks like Bakelite. As long as they're not asbestos, because they probably...
you see that one on the far left there, the Sherlock Holmes one. You can see, as well as the case, still got tobacco in. And the 1 second on the right, that's dead long. That was brilliant.
Yeah,
Dutch or something like that. This one, the one and the third, the one on the right in the stand, it's like a Popeye one.
What did he say?
What was that?
Yeah, I might get a pipe, actually. I used to smoke a pipe.
You have been sending them because you've been getting quite... I want one, haven't you?
Yeah. Adrian McStraw. Good. Yeah. Yes, we will be at Rodney Cook and at Detectable, won't we, Dave?
Yes. Plus more because I have promised to come down and visit yourself and go to East of England rally. Cheryl Dawes' promised to go there. There's a weekender as well that the Ministry of Detect are going to be doing, a big weekender. which I'll be definitely at that. And I'll be at a couple of other of their events as well. I'm traveling bloody all over as well, doing congresses and stuff on her.
When's
So
the 4th?
I've been at Bournemouth for a week.
When's the 4th? Is that Sunday?
It's the 1st today, 2nd tomorrow. Yeah, Sunday.
I've been invited by Wendy on a dig. Look at that.
Isn't that nice?
Wendy Howard, she's invited me. I forgot.
Text her back and say, Dave said, where's his invite?
Well, it can take you about 4 hours to get there.
Hiya, Shane. Hiya, Malk. There's that Malk.
Oh, hello, Malk. Oh, who was it?
I like him. I like him when he gets terrorised by women near the toilets. Especially.
Adrian McStraw. Oh, Adrian McStraw. He's
talking
just
Welsh. Talking Welsh to you then?
No, he's saying he's got a small
chair.
I can translate that. Yeah. Malk. Outside the ladies' toilets. That was one of my favourite shows. Watching that was a man in a high vis outside ladies' toilets, and then the Soil Sisters came on, and it all went a bit pear shaped. But
I'm being told by the Dark Knight detectorist that I'm not allowed to take pineapple rum with me to any events. Although I have to say that I think Steve Cord appreciated it. Maybe not in some respects, but in others he did.
Yes, if you want to, Shane, did you show them our finds, David? Yes, he did, Shane.
I showed your mine. I'm pulling Shane's up now, not off, up. Bear with me. Fucking stupid thing.
I think we might have some things to give away at the rallies this year, Dave. Like pants, like big detecting show pants or something like that, or swimming caps, something that's useful.
Well, you had an idea last year, and I think you were going to act on that.
Did I?
Yeah. Can't you remember?
Hairband.
No, the hairband. The hat.
Oh. Yeah. I've got to make a note of that.
The wrong button. Here's Shane's finds. Some of Shane find. Well, that's what I was going to say earlier when we were discussing the Manticore and that. Shane's using the that one. What's it called? Deus 2.
Yeah.
And he was having just as much of a good day as I was. So, pound for pound, I think Shane probably beat me, but Shane's probably the better detectorist.
Yeah, but the Deus 2, I mean, Shane was a Mind Lab man.
Yeah.
And then he got the Deus, and I think, Shane, you like the tones, don't you?
So this was a George the Third.
That's a fake. That's a fake, that is. No, you can tell by the shape of the neck. Yeah, that's a fake. Yeah, that's gold-plated. Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what, Shane, I'll give you a tenner for it, mate.
Oh, shit.
I found one of those. About 3 years ago with the Equinox 800.
I don't like that.
If you're Deus.
I always have a studio view, Adrian, and I've got all the things on the right-hand side folders, and it's just suddenly gone big screen, and I mean massive screen. How do I get out of it?
I just had that happen.
There it is.
Dave, that happened to me, and that's why I disconnected. If we get an invite to Detect Full, oh my God, Calvados.
Adrian.
I've tried to put that in the back of my mind.
Adrian.
Calvados.
Do you love Calvados, Adrian?
No. I'm in
Adrian, do you love Calvados? Do it right. It's not even to know. Oh, you had it before.
I got it.
What about heavy metal?
Oh,
You missed the finger. Other hand.
oh,
Oh, it's not working anymore. Oh! Try thumbs down, Angie's saying. Oh, he made a storm. Quiet. Oh,
why do balloons come up when you do peace?
were you winking?
No, it's good. It's to turn me into Popeye or something. Malt's up. He's working at Detectable for Blackadder this year. Hope to see you both there. Yes, and Blackadder. Oh my lord! If you're looking at a good value digging implement, go and talk to Malk. I don't think there's many. I don't think there's any manufacturers in the hobby where there's people walking around with a digging tool that they've had 30 plus years. So Blackadder, and they're lovely guys.
Nathan and Mark, Bob on. Love them.
They are really nice. And I think
they're Detectable every year, and I absolutely adore spending time with them getting shit. I mean, having a nice time with them.
Yeah, do you know what gets me? I walk along, I look at their stuff, and I go, "Is that £20?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Is that?" And it's all priced up, but it's so cheap. It's almost like Chinese prices, but these are British products that are handmade in the UK. So Blackadder, go on their website now, have a look. They're really, really good stuff. Or wait till you see Malk and take cash, because he gives you 50% discount if you pay cash. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I'm joking. I shouldn't do that, should I? That's going to ruin it for him, isn't it?
Shane said he was using his own settings on 1.1 on the Deus as well, which does actually mean nothing to me.
What tones were you using, Shane? Dave? Oh, 10%.
No, I haven't had a word with Matt. I've not got round to it.
Malk has said 10% discount for Blackadder. Really?
If you quote Big Detecting Show to him.
10%? That's quite a lot. Well, it's enough to buy a spade and, digging tool and get yourself a free pint. So basically it's a pint on Blackadder. Marketing there.
Jason L said, I used a Blackadder to uproot a tree stump in my garden. The spade was at 45-degree angle and I was bouncing on the shaft for extra leverage. It didn't even bend, and I was 18 stone at the time.
He was bouncing
on this shaft.
18 stone on a shaft. 1987. I think you're probably about right there, John. Hi, John.
Square tones, don't like the squeaky ones.
No, I know what you mean, Shane. They are clearer. They do give a better. They don't better around the edges.
And Blakey said that Blackadder are working on something at the moment, and then they're coming on the show. Brilliant.
Ooh, that'd be really good. Really, really good. Because we promote all brands, metal detectors from Turkey to America to Australia, wherever. But when it's British, like McGrafter, another spade, which I don't know if it's available at the moment, it's all good, isn't it, in the hobby? Yeah. It's so big in this country, metal detecting, and we're not the biggest leaders in the world, but I think we're the biggest in Europe. I might be wrong, but I think I'm right.
Ange said she likes your new glasses, Adrian.
Thanks, Ange. Do you know what? Look, they're wood. They're not. They're plastic. B&M bargains, £1.50. I couldn't believe it. I got loads of them. I went in there with the housing manager after Christmas, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, and there's the ones I want are like 10 behind on the rack, and I'm pulling everything off. And I've got these, and I can see
pulling everything off.
Yeah, I've got this, and
so you were pulling things off.
18 stone shaft. Thanks, Ange.
if you want anything from Regden's, quote to get 10% off, quote Stafford. If you want anything from Spinner Disc, like Stephen Brain last week with his Quest Q35, quote TC10. And I'm sure somebody will come up now, Jason Hill, and give us a quote for LP as well. Dark Knight, have you seen the new Ridgeback yet? Ridgeback, oh yeah.
Sorry, James Barnes, Evolution, Spades, mustn't forget. And one of my favourites, I've completely forgotten. Dave, what have I got? Stainless steel.
I love me Optimus.
No, what have I got?
Evil.
No.
That man.
The man.
Yeah, the man. Don't know.
Oh, I wrote a review in Treasure Hunting magazine.
No, I haven't seen it. And if you want anything from LP, quote DK10 for 10% off there. So DK10 for 10% off LP, TC10 for anything 10% off Spinner Disc, and Stafford for 10% off at Regden's.
And Spinner Disc specialise in the Rotus Versa as well. Who engraves them?
Now.
A man called Alan, forgotten his name, but a guy called Alan, really highly talented. And if you go to lockdown competitions, they're always giving away.
Are they the Optimus ones that I've got with you engraved?
I think with the red and blue bit on shaft.
Optimus.
Yeah.
McGrafter are the ones that are made of carbon fibre, Deadlight. Hey, Adrian or Dave, sent you a messenger of Tez's got new gold coins. Bear with me.
Those who don't... Oh, this website's not there.
Oh, that's nice.
These people who...
Tez's coins. There we are.
I will just put this in the chat. I don't often put things in the chat, but I will.
Gareth Howard's in the house. I got it.
Oh, Gareth, I hope everything's all right.
So they're Terry Reid's status. And
Can you make them bigger?
Oh. No. And then Aunt Blakey has sent us images of the new Ridgeback from Blackadder. Look at that.
Quite looks pretty industrial. Christ. Has he got a side angle shot? The foot pegs at the top. Oh, that's what you want to see. Big foot pegs. Yeah. I do like a T. Oh, that's interesting.
You see, I don't like the T. I'd rather have the not T.
The problem is with the D-shaped handle is I'm always putting my gloves through the D shape and they fall on the floor and I have to pick them up. And that doesn't sound...
Well, I like the D shape because you can swing it as you're walking along. Can't with a T.
Yeah, that looks really nice, actually.
Doesn't it?
Sorry.
I think that's the Ridgeback from Blackadder.
Will Way's going.
Will Way. Sorry, guys, I'm leaving the show early as I'm designing some Save the Wall t-shirts and I Save the Wall.
Maybe Adrian's Wall might come back, but it might have to be in black and white.
That should be dead cool.
Yeah, with no sort of
carry on theme.
No, just really quiet.
And with a disclaimer. The music is just a disclaimer.
The handle, I've got one from Blackadder. Feel free, send one to Dark Knight Detector. Have one to test it out. Send one to Treasure Hunting magazine, which Blackadder advertised in. And
to the RKB Mag Stroke Big Detecting Show. Shane's currently testing the latest version of the McGrafter. And every time we've been out lately, he's had it. So I think he like. In fact, the package that he's got at the moment, he's got the McGrafton and the Deus 2 must be combined the lightest pair of things for going metal detecting.
Is that the McGrafter that breaks down into 3?
No.
It's
that
a
one over
solid
there.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the one that breaks down into 3, it's like 12 inches each bit, and you can put a Deus 2 and the digging tool in a backpack. But yeah, it's interesting because people. I've always said this: you spend like 400 quid, 300 quid on a metal detector. You spend 1,000, you spend 1,000. You know, get the Manticore, you're knocking off nearly £2,000. And once you find that target, you've got to have something that you're comfortable with and reliable to dig it out the blinking ground. All right, you can use a Wickes £10 spade, nothing wrong with that. But when you're carrying it around for 6, 7, 8 hours, and you swap to something that's a bit lighter and a bit sturdier, it does make a difference on your day. It makes things a lot more enjoyable. And you look better, you look flashier.
Nick West has sent us a sneak preview of his new book.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, nice photos, Nick. I never sent Nick that blinking badge or button. I never sent him. Bit of nose oil won't hurt. I never sent him that. Come on, get away.
Hold on, Ed.
Oh, you can't really see it. But on there.
Adrian, loads of balloons are coming up now. Made
What?
you look. Made you look.
It's got Queen's. Oh, I can't bloody read it. It's got something about Queen's security guard or private security or something. And it's bodyguard. That's right. Queen's bodyguard. It's not really good, is it, for a computer? Mind you, the green screen doesn't help. But
Apple,
Queen's
isn't it?
bodyguard.
It's a chaff computer.
Yep. It's not, I don't think it's a button. I think it's a.
John Clayton says he loves buttons. I don't know if he's on about like what you're showing there or out of Aladdin.
I saw something in the chat. Sorry, Philip. Dr. Otech Spade.
That was contempt.
Adrian, Philip Wills. Adrian, have you weighed your lead find? Could be a weight. Well, Philip, it's very interesting you say that because that was found probably 100 yards from a medieval trade weight I found, which I thought was a crotal bell, which I'd since found out was very, very rare. I actually ended up auctioning it because it was quite rare, and I didn't realise we adopted the European German weight system back in medieval times. Sorry, I'm waffling on. And I think it was 14 ounces, the original English weights to a pound, 14 ounces, but it changed because we adopted the German or European one back in medieval times. But that could be half, or it could be. I just want to know. It's one of my favourite finds, that is, because it's so cool.
I was a bit gutted before. Spank's cousin Roy was captured in Scotland.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, he got hold of some man's nuts, didn't he, in the garden?
Did you see the report on BBC News? I've never seen a worse reporter in my life.
He came into the garden. He got hold of my nuts. The bloke said.
Worst reporter ever. Poor lad.
But,
Spank's the future.
Stephen
Braham's Viking Gaming Piece weight is made from lead. Right, everybody, it's time for us to bid you adieu. It's 9:30. We'll be back next week. A show that me and Adrian are proper looking forward to, aren't we, Adrian?
We need to get people to leave questions on SpeakPipe.
We do. We need questions for next week's guest on SpeakPipe because she leaves the best SpeakPipe messages ever. Nick Berry, you need to leave one.
Yes. He left one backwards the other week. I don't think I sent it to you, Dave, but he left a message backwards and I had to faff about playing it. But next week's guest is an archaeologist, isn't it, Dave?
And a metal detectorist and an all-round bomb pot.
And a curator of a museum as well. And very funny. So I'm really looking forward to it.
She has us in stitches, doesn't she, mate?
Yeah.
So we've got Donna Martin she's in the chat most weeks. I think she's working this week, but every week she's in the chat and she's coming on the show. And I'm I'm hoping she's as funny on there as she is.
Well, the last voice message,
Badger.
Yeah, she said there was an aeroplane that landed in the field and aliens got out when she was detecting. So we'll see. But if you've got any serious questions to ask about historical items or, I don't know, museums, because I don't know if she's a curator of the museum, but she's heavily involved in the museum where she is. And she does so much in the evenings because to get her on the show, we got a list of dates, didn't we, Dave? So
we did.
It'll be a great show. So make sure next week, hopefully West Ham aren't playing, and you can watch the show.
Apologies for tonight's guest. I've no idea what's happened there, but we've had a good show nonetheless. If you do want to come on the show, get in touch with either me or Adrian, and we'll sort out all the dates for the show are on the Big Detecting Show Facebook group. Facebook group. So pop on there. You can see what dates are available. Most are available now. So have a look. Give us a shout if you want to come on the show. We'd love to have you. And Aunt Blakey, snake wraps. Are you actually now selling the snake wraps that, the ones that you had the other year? They were only available for the Nocta, weren't they? Originally, was it?
And they like the snake skins.
Oh, yeah, snake skins. That's that. Adrian, 1861 to 70, Queen's Bodyguard, Scottish Royal Company of Archers. Boom.
Nick,
say no to eating mushrooms while detecting, kids.
Thanks, Nick. You're right. 1861. That's pretty cool find, isn't it? Queen's Bodyguard, Scottish Royal. What's that doing in Essex?
What was my latest fun find, Adrian? Can't remember now. Something after Spank, wasn't there? Can't remember what it was now. Anyway, have a good week, everybody. Have a good night weekend out detecting. If you do find anything good, send it over. We'll have a look on. We used to do. Remember when we used to do the video with all the finds, everyone's weekly finds in?
Yeah. The only problem with that, right, is we do this every Thursday night. I nearly said 3 hours, hour and a half. But all the admin, you have to then put all that together on the interwebs and create a show, and it takes up your time, doesn't it? Probably best if we get people to do it live. Maybe I could set up something on the interwebs, the website, where they could share it live, and we could just do it like that.
Good idea. We'll look into it. And any other features that you can think of, we'll have a look at them. Have a good week, everybody. Tatty bye. Good night, darling.